My name is Frances Bourque, and I am the founder of Old School Square Cultural Arts Center. I'm standing here today with a very heavy heart. It's been a month of tears, not only for me, but for the many people who love and support Old School Square. The city's hasty and shocking decision to terminate our lease has shattered our confidence and trust in a relationship we have had with the city for over 32 years. We do not want to litigate this misjudgment with the city we love. There would be no winners. We want to meet with the appropriate City of Delray Beach officials. The rumors that Old School Square has refused discussions with the city are simply not true. I repeat, they are simply not true. Our relationship has been successful through the years because we've always been able to talk with the city and to talk openly. Communication, honesty, and mutual support lie at the core of our relationship. You, members of our community, are witnessing what happens when that erodes. We have always been able to find a way forward. That's the Delray way, until now. We desperately want to reset the current sad course of events. We want to work out our differences so we can resume our mission, which is, and has always been, serving the community. We are well aware of our shortcomings and challenges, and I have publicly shared them and apologized for them, for not meeting the expectations we all have for our organization. However, over the past several weeks, we have also had to defend ourselves by providing facts about many things that we have been accused of that are simply not true. 32 years ago, I led a group of dedicated citizens to obtain the property from the school board of Palm Beach County and secure the funds to restore the dilapidated old buildings. As a result, we turned Old School Square into a thriving cultural center, the heartbeat of our town. That work by a committed group of volunteers became the impetus that led to the renaissance of our entire city. And after much work, raising private funds, being awarded historic and preservation grants from the state of Florida, and having fundraisers on the grounds, we gifted these buildings and grounds to the city of Delray Beach. We requested the responsibility to operate as a cultural arts center to be in concert with the desires of the city residents. We agreed to pay rent, $1 a year, and that was acceptable. Acknowledging the millions of dollars of annual economic activity we create, along with the millions of dollars we had provided and would continue to provide to restore and operate these treasured buildings. Old School Square is not a management company. We are a nonprofit organization dedicated to the arts and a community of citizens, donors, and volunteers who love Delray Beach and its history. We're passionate about representing this community in ways once thought impossible, and we have. It is our nonprofit status that makes our working model function. Our nonprofit status enables us to focus on funding, relationships, and working directly with our community. We have done so for decades, making our campus accessible for events and community groups, and we have served as Delray's gathering place. Additionally, Old School Square was never just a tenant, and the city was never just a landlord. Until recently, this relationship was respected and operated as a partnership, and our pursuit has always been aligned with Delray Beach's mission. After 32 years of dedication in offering our community a place to come together, Old School Square deserves a fair, open process to discuss this swift action, as well as its significant ramifications to all of us. What has really been lost in this volley of accusations is the human cost of this regrettable decision. We now find ourselves in the process of telling brides that they cannot fulfill their dream of being married on our beautiful campus. We're now forced to cancel art classes and shows, disappointing artists, students, and loyal patrons. We are now forced to let go of staff, some with over 20 years of faithful service. This has been heartbreaking. We are now seeing the hearts of our devoted volunteers, members, and donors broken. This does not have to be the final chapter of Old School Square. Again, this does not have to be the final chapter of Old School Square. This chapter should not be written by just 3 people. It should be written in conjunction with those in this community who were fortunate enough to participate in the establishment of Old School Square 32 years ago and provide our citizens a campus of cultural offerings for the last 3 decades. And it should include input from everyone who attends Old School Square and understand its value and know what it means to them and our community. Collectively, Old School Square and the city have the power to change this lamentable decision, and in so doing, hear the voices of our citizens. We are hopeful our city leaders will recognize that the decision to terminate Old School Square's lease lacked fairness and due process, and together we can right this decision that adversely impacts virtually everyone in our town. I respectfully request you invite us to a meeting or workshop. This invitation was not so very long ago presented to us and then withdrawn by city leaders. Hopefully, with open dialogue and the spirit of the citizens we both represent, we can address concerns, cure problems, seize the opportunities that our donors, volunteers, and our city family so anxiously await. This episode can end successfully for everyone, and perhaps this time with tears of pride. What possible gain is there to do otherwise? Thank you.